All right, welcome everybody to Texas Sports. Dana, take it away.
She threw it on us, man. What's going on, everybody, man? We are back. Season 8, Texas Talking Texas Sports. Man, it's good to be back. It's been a while since we've been on. We ready to roll, man. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of action, a lot of changes that's happening right now, and a lot of important things to talk about tonight, man. I'm always in here with my two guys, man. Introduce yourselves real fast, fellas.
Hey, Corey, 10 toes down. Let's tell it like it is. I don't know what it is.
Well, hey, y'all already know who this is right here. I'm still your Team Mom's favorite co-host. That won't change.
That's kind of zoomed in my head.
Oh,
Oh, man, back up. All right.
You got a fresh cut, though.
We talking about season 8. Third. You know what you kick it out, man. What you want to talk
Man,
about that, man?
You know, when you bring up the number 8, hey, that's a sign, or 8 represents infinity if you really look at how it's made up. You get what I'm saying? So it brings about a certain aura of abundance when I look at number 8. You know, and to be honest, it's kind of personal to me. A lot of people don't know this, but I share birthdays with Kobe Bryant. You get what I'm saying? His first number was 8. It's greatness. You get what I'm saying? It's greatness. Born in the 8th month. You get what I'm saying? And guess what? We about to start up again in the 8th month.
Of the 8th
You know what
year.
I'm saying?
Okay.
Represents,
It's a line.
it's 8.
Okay.
8.
Okay.
I think 8's going to be a great season. The grade 8.
It's going to be out the chain. I definitely agree with you that it's going to be out the chain. And for me, what the 8 means, I always say, man, I scroll on social media, but I don't say too much.
Right.
You know, we got a little small fan base, man, that's waiting on that day for us to fall out. But I always say you can't lose when you already won. You know what I'm saying? Like
That
none of
sound
this,
like a
man,
rap
was ever
song.
planned. But when your focus is in the right place, man, and you putting up that ultimate experience, y'all keep waiting on it. We gonna keep rocking.
Hey, y'all, put in the comments what 8 means to you. I'd really like to see some of your comments. Tell us what the number 8 means to you guys. It's going to be pretty interesting.
Now,
Man,
before we
let's
start,
talk about, real quick before we move on, like the 8th year, the where it is right now. The best organizations. I still say it's where the best compete.
Absolutely,
And
no doubt.
It's several organizations. You go from down south to up to DFW to Houston to everywhere, and a lot of things are said, but the league not nothing without the organization.
Absolutely.
And the organizations in here, I'll always say we got the best presidents in the state of Texas. We have the best teams in the state of Texas. We have the best cheer going across the thing in the state of Texas, and that continues to doing their thing. Hey, some stay, some go, but overall, this is where the best compete. If you go from the rankings, if you go to all those different things, you go look at the top line. We can go age group for age group right now,
Yeah.
and all of them, but maybe one.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a team that's over here that is competing.
For sure.
I think which we're getting to, rolling into the next thing, which is obviously what's new this year. I know the biggest talk of everything right now is the switch that we announced back in February, January, whenever that was, of traditional and age pure, and some loved it, some hated it, but I think when you're thinking about the organization first, and you've been sitting here watching it, we're the ones that brought the age pure thing to the limelight of this thing, and you've seen it at its peak, and you've seen it at its low. And and at a point right now where you see it's hard for organizations to maintain for a long period of time, and organizations are bringing in people to their teams that they normally wouldn't do that with. You know what I'm saying? They normally wouldn't bring those people in their org because they're trying to maintain 7 and 8 teams, and that's where you've seen the downfall of some prominent orgs that have been around 10 years, 15 years, and different things. And age pure did some of that now. Me personally, I love age pure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I love what it brought. I love what it did. But at the end of the day, you have to think about the organization and what is the whole of this thing. Year 8, as a league, it's the biggest it's ever been.
Yeah.
When you go organization
No
for
doubt about
organization,
it. No doubt
it's
about
bigger,
it.
it's bigger than it's ever been. And I think the tradition, you can look at what we're about to go over tonight with the schedules. You're about to see some of these matchups, and everybody talking about, oh, we can pop this and pop that. And no, no, we can go region to region right now. I'm going to start with DFW. I'm going to talk about RGV. We can go SEC. And at the end of the season, whoever's champions think they could be the champions, it ain't going to happen. I don't care where it is. The best over, it's still people. You look what's coming together right now for what.
Yeah.
What's about to happen right now?
Yeah.
That.
Some rivalries brought back. You know what I mean?
Look what's about to happen.
To a height that they've never been. We're going to push it even higher. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the season.
And we are going to release the schedules today. So this y'all know how that's going to work with the schedules. We're going to talk about random week ones right today. And we're going to talk about some matchups throughout the season. And then everything will be online. Presidents, you'll be receiving your full schedules tonight. Everybody will see what it is. We haven't sent it out to everybody, obviously, because we want to pop it out on the show. But they'll be receiving their full schedules tonight. Everybody should have their home and away dates already, so they know at least that part. But now you'll know who's going to be filling in on those parts of where you're going and all these different things. But we are going to definitely get into that. I know she on her what new orgs, new conferences. Let's get into that real quick. Some of the new conferences that came in, which we only had one necessarily new one, and that would be Primetime.
Yeah.
Finally got the east side of DFW coming in here.
Shout out to Josh.
Shout out to Josh and what he's doing over there. He's making things happen. Mesquite definitely has a lot of talent. And we've always wanted them to get into the mix.
Absolutely.
And finally, the avenue was brought together. Josh has been working hard at that. And man, he soaks up a lot. And he asks a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And it's the reason why he's being successful right now.
Yeah.
He's put his ego to the side and everything. And he's rolling with us. So big up to Josh doing what he's doing. But that's the only conference necessarily that we brought in this year. That was a new one. Everything else, the other conferences just grew.
Yeah.
When you look at
Absolutely.
RGV went from 12 to 20. SEC, the number I can't find the number right now. The SEC numbers doubled from what it was the year before. Denny's doing well. GCYFL is doing. Golden Crest is doing well. So the conferences are doing well. So
y'all know I always like to say there is no enthusiasm like new enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? We're growing. We're going to continue to grow. A lot will say that it couldn't happen or wouldn't happen, but we prove them wrong.
Yeah.
So hey, we're here, season 8.
And new orgs. Shout out to the new orgs that are coming in. We got Big Kevin in here right now with Fort Worth
Longhorns. Give it up for the Longhorns.
So they just came on board in the last week. You got the Longhorns, Tigers, Crimson Tide Elite, Bandits.
Big pickup.
Southside, those guys jumped in to the mix coming in this year. So.
And these are not no-name organizations that
Correct.
we're talking about. They come with a pedigree of competitiveness.
Yeah.
So guess what? You're not just accumulating or assimilating just anybody.
Yeah.
So it makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. Allmark jumped in here.
Yeah.
They're in the mix now. When you go down south in RGV, Willis County Gators.
Yeah.
That's for me, that's one of the ones that I'm definitely ready to see what Rocky go do with this 10U. He said he going to state. He said he right.
Okay.
And him and Cookie got a rivalry. I found out about. Who was down in RGV for the Rumble in the Jungle down there. So that's definitely a big pickup over in the SEC in Corpus Christi. They got some things going on over there, man. That's going to be real big. It's not going to be just the OTE town no more. You got some things going on there. So it's a lot of new organizations that will come over. Bullies down in RGV. It's plenty. Man, we're going to go through that when we do the schedule. So,
now, before we move forward, Coach Greg wants to know, man, I want to know why Corey and Dana don't have the shirts on, dog.
Greg wants to know why we ain't got our shirts on.
Yes, so Irv has his shirt on.
Big up to AJ Sports, y'all know.
Straight up. I mean, it's out there. We can talk about it. So, everybody know about AJ Sports. Shout out to Shannon and Greg. Been doing their thing. Partnered up with us for a couple of years now. And it's been a beautiful relationship. So we're down in the RGV market. They're already in that lane. So, I always say it's power in numbers. So,
absolutely.
The conversation was made, hey, let's do something together. come down in that market, provide some things to the RGV, to the Valley. You know what I mean? That may not be a lot of opportunities there. So hey, here it is. It's coming. Apparel, equipment, accessories, all of the above, and then some of that DFW will be able to benefit off as well when we're talking about helmets. A lot of different contracts that's in play. So at the end of the day, again, high win numbers, and the goal is always, to be able to provide at the best cost we possibly can compared to the big chain for our organizations, our presidents. So, man, they showed a lot of faith in us. Like I said, it's been a good deal, and now it's getting off the ground, and I'm excited about it. A lot of work to do in a short period of time, but I say in about 30 days, this thing should be up and moving, and we pushing on. So again, AJ Sports, y'all know y'all already. What's the address? Gus
Mesquite.
In Mesquite. Great. Popping in
He got to put it in
right
the group.
now. And then also we got the RGV location powered by Texas.
And it'll be in Weslaco. The stores in Weslaco.
Texas.
The sign just got put up, so all the information, the opening dates and all that, it'll be put out here pretty soon for that. Now we're gonna slide on into breaking down the conferences, going into traditional. We want to get. It's gonna be a lot of info given out today, y'all. So it might not be our normal trash talk and different picks and all the different things. We just want to make sure everybody's informed on everything because it's just been a lot of different things going around. So breaking down the conferences, you have with DFW, you have Denton, you have Primetime, you have SEC, you have Golden Crescent, you have RGV. So those are the 6 conferences that you have within the state of Texas currently right now. Within the Alpha and Supreme, and I know that's been a question of this and that or whatever. So Supreme is really for the transition of the age group organizations. So when you have RCU, you have Havoc, you have Space City, Titans. Those are really the main ones right now. SED has a team or two that would be considered the age period also. But those are what you consider the age period that would transition because they just have an extreme amount of kids. So we couldn't just get rid of everything or just do this. So you had to have those things in place. Now the Alpha side, all the other conferences are Alpha. So when you wonder who's this or who's that, every conference is Alpha. So they're traditionally set up. They're 6, 8, 10, 12. That's what you got. So just want to make sure everybody kind of understands that. Who are the conference leaders of those conferences? You have down in SEC, your conference director is JC. Everybody knows.
Big ups to JC.
The big king of the South.
The king of the South.
Everybody knows that. SEC, you got Cookie. Cookie's been in this thing longer than most of y'all been coaching. Outside of Mr. Stewart. Hey, man, we're going to tell Mr. Stewart real fast, y'all. Mr. Stewart is here. He wasn't supposed to be out driving tonight, but he out there. Mr. Stewart is here with TC. So, Ms. Dorsey, when you see him, it ain't our fault.
Uh-oh.
I done threw you under the bus,
Mr. Stewart has been thrown under the bus.
Hey, but shout out to the Cowboys United in here right now. Fort Worth Longhorns in here right now. And we're going to talk about that when we get to the schedules and stuff. But we got the Golden Crescent. Vincent is the director of the Golden Crescent. You have Big Drew, who's out in Denton. You have Josh, who's in Primetime. And Rip, the director of DFW now is Earth. So when y'all need y'all needs for DFW, call his phone.
And you know what,
That's a
I'm
setup.
proud to be that it's a chance to relieve you guys of some of the stresses that you have had in the past, and I embrace that, man. I feel like I'm gonna do a good job. I'm gonna already give myself my flowers.
Absolutely.
To start off with, I'm gonna handle this DFW area. I mean, it's me.
You got
You
it.
feel me? I got a good crew with me though, so
Yeah.
don't ever get it twisted like I'm alone. Because I'm not alone. I have some other regional directors that work closely with me, and we are tackling this thing. And I think we're gonna be really successful.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody who has them. We brought on Ken. Ken's gonna be new. That's gonna be a new face you'll see at the field. Y'all's favorite person in the shorts is retired right now. Twan is he has his own business and is doing very well right now. So big ups to Twan. Twan has rocked with us for a long time, but he has his business is really just taking off. He's got to dedicate to that, so you won't see him out there this year. He might pop up every now and then, but he's out right now. So, but everybody else, Lance, Coop, all your usuals are still there as far as in the DFW area, and you'll see them different conferences also visiting and doing things. So that's all I directed. I ain't missed nobody there.
You
No,
said
I ain't
Lance,
missed
didn't
nobody.
you?
I said Lance,
Yeah.
Cooper. We got everybody in that mix.
Yeah.
Slide on. I'm trying to stay on task before we go. Road to the championship. What will it take? What will it do? We are going back to the big house this year for the state championship. We'll be in the Star in Frisco. That's where everything will end on November 24th. That's when your state championship will be this year. All that info will be popping out for that. In the Alpha, the road to the championship is a road just like we've always wanted to set it up like high school football. So with that route, you have to win your conference. Your conference is wherever you are playing. So whether that's 20 teams or 15 teams or whatever it is, and most of the conferences right now are above 15. So top 8 get to make it. And I'm gonna let you break down what we're gonna do with the back half of that in just a second. But you win your conference, you move on from there. You go to regionals. You have your regional weekend. The top 2 of each age group that come out of regionals, you move on to state. And that's your road to the state championship. From state championship, you go to nationals. So it's not an easy road, but typically those who make it through, you should be battle tested. You should be ready to go to nationals and compete and try to bring back that championship.
No doubt. I always like to say, if you're not battle tested coming out of here, then I don't know what you was doing.
Yeah.
I think we get everybody prepared for the national scene, which is most organizations' end goal or what they aspire to do. So, hey, it's a gauntlet. Let's just let that be known right now. Will not be any easy roads to these state championships nor making it to the national level. Oh, we ready.
We've had heavy favorites every year. And we've had a heavy favorite knocked off, I believe, almost every year.
Every year.
So, shout out to the coaches, man. There's been, as a matter of fact, we were talking about a potential matchup earlier. And I said, I believe this team will beat that team in the regular season. If they see each other in the championship, I believe that coach will make some adjustments and beat them. So, once you get to the playoffs, man, it's all about peaking at the right time. And coaches making that adjustment and doing their thing. So, like I say, I'm definitely excited about this season. There's some big time matchups. I believe everybody gonna get what they want.
Oh, no.
Before we move on, I have to go back to this because Coach Chris Gucci asked, what is Twan selling? Is he selling shorts? We may have to start a joke. That might be the first joke on the list for the year.
Twan selling oil out there, but he probably he really.
I think I might have to take over the Hoochie Daddy reign.
Oh,
I'm gonna work on this gut a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We might get Jeremy out.
You got a pearl too.
Good question.
You got a pearl too. You know what I mean? It should be a smooth transition. Yeah, you got a pearl too. Come on now.
All right, good question on here. They asked, where will regionals be? Regionals going to be in Corpus Christi. It's going to be in Corpus Christi. That's where regionals will be, and your state will be, I would say, at the Star in Frisco. Your local conference games are in your area. It's really no travel outside of the Supreme Conference. You're traveling within your area. It's not no state-to-state travel like typically has been before, but that was always a trip. It was really never the traditional side, except for the East Texas cross when we did that. Now it was always by teams that wanted to do
I
it.
think that's gonna be nice to get some of these kids away down to the Corpus Christi area. That's gonna be nice for them to get out eventually.
Yeah, I mean, by the water still.
By the
You
water,
get a
yeah.
little taste of almost a little
Yeah. It's Florida-ish.
So even if you don't make it to Florida, you still get to go to the beach, go hang out. They got beautiful facilities down there. So that's where regionals will be this year. It's going to be in Corpus. And then, like I say, state will be up here in Frisco. We ready to move on, Jay? We good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, so let's go on and get into it, man. Let's slide right here. I'm going to skip past it.
Now, I'm
Let's
really
go.
excited because later in the show, we had a few contests. So we're going to look at the top 5 watch out players. Well, I think it's the top 6 watch out players fan voted. So this is not something that the league provided. It's strictly from fans and voting. And then also we have the top 5 voted plays of last season. So I'm really excited to get into that later in the show.
Well, let's go. Let's go on and get into the schedules. That's what everybody.
That's
wants
what
to hear.
everybody. I'm
That's
sure.
what everybody. Let's talk. Hey, before we get into it, put your preseason picks in the comments. Who you go think you gonna win your conference in that age group? Drop it in there.
Yeah,
Let us know. Well, then to bring that RGV short in. Man, stop it, man. Alex, man. Play too much, man.
Boy, say y'all shorts getting too small around this kid. I do some drills on how to lift these shorts.
Oh my God. Here we go, y'all. All right, we're gonna start with let's go here first. Who I got here first? Let's go RGV.
Okay.
We want RGV first. Week 1. So actually SEC and RGV kick off this weekend.
Okay.
Their week 1 is this week.
Okay.
They get the shows this week. They get everything this week. So RGV right now, the matchups right here, week 1 matchups, you got Junior Falcons and YCA.
Which age now? We talking about?
Excuse me, Junior Lions. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. Junior Lions and YCA. YCA is the defending champ down there at everything.
4 for 4
at everything. Like you gotta go. You don't have to go through them to get to where you need to get to. Now, for what I am gonna say, it ain't gonna be like it was last year.
No, I don't think so.
Not what's been added in that mix down there. JC's done a great job in bringing in more heat and bringing in more organizations that are gonna compete right here. But that weekend, Junior Lions is their first season here, and they've done a great job building it too, man. They're doing a lot of stuff out there with it. So YCA, Junior Lions. Next, the other one we got Silverbacks, Rottweilers, STS Rottweilers.
What y'all got going down there, Trey?
We're gonna get to see what Trey doing.
I want to see.
But I think the Rottweilers gonna be one that's gonna pop out this year.
They're gonna pop out.
I think they're gonna pop out this
Okay.
year. Next we got my boys from Weslaco Venom versus Junior Falcons.
Okay.
We got Yellow Jackets Elite.
Versus War Dog.
There you go. I can't read this.
Yeah,
it's my blurry.
I'm having the same trouble.
Texas Two-Face Tiger. Can you go read it out?
I got the Aztecs versus the Regulators.
Okay.
Texas Two-Face Tigers versus Harlequin Cardinals. Got Texas Patriots versus RGV United. SB Bullies versus the Gators.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Those are both brand new to the league. Bullies and Gators. Bullies flag is something to really be dealt with.
I've heard
it. Like I got, they're really good. Gators 10U is gonna be something to be dealt with too.
I see that Android.
If you knew
Irv, you got it. Irv got there before I did.
A couple of matchups. We got the Gladiators versus the Valley Cats.
Valley Cats new to the league.
And South Texas Cowboys versus the RGV Spartans.
That's my guy with the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, let's go, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's go, man. Spartans are new to the league. That's another one that's going to be, I think, be a contender out there too. So that's your first week matchups with RGV.
RGV look like it's hot down there, man. Look at that line up.
And real quick before we go, break down what's going to happen down in RGV with playoffs and all that stuff.
So in RGV there's 20 organizations, right? So similar to what we did in the spring, once we get to the playoffs, we'll break down and we'll go into a bowl series basically. So it's like a silver bracket, but it's gonna be what do we come up with, Jeremy? What we say we gonna call it?
The Valley Bowl.
The Valley Bowl.
I like that. That was in
and the plan is to actually pull the champions out of that bracket as well, and then do the same thing in DFW. I mean, if you think about it, 20 organizations, you're talking about over half the organizations falling off of the playoffs. So at the end of the day, you still got kids that's on the ball, putting them in their own bracket and still giving them opportunity to really like that. So, hey,
that is definitely pro kid.
Absolutely. Like I say, when you grow, you have to figure out, different avenues to try to bring that experience to as many kids as we possibly can. So we're gonna tailor it and mess with it a little bit, but I think it's gonna be dope. Obviously you got the the top dogs, the top 8, they know what they're going for. You know what I mean? That's almost like you say that high school atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also want to have everybody can't go to the top 8 of the national championship.
Exactly.
You also got your bowl games as well. You know what I mean? So just something at the end for those organizations to build on and help propel them into the next season.
All right, we're moving on to the SEC. SEC, man. So SEC kicks off this week, like we said. Also, I'm gonna run down. It should be on your screen right there, so you can go in and see what's coming out there. And also schedules, they should be all the way up online by Friday, Saturday. Up in there. I think RGV is already in there. SEC should start getting in there tomorrow. DFW should be in there no later than Monday for DFW. And then same thing with Denton is still fixing some things on the back end of their schedule. Same thing with prime time. But their season's going to be starting September 7th for Denton prime time. They still got a little bit longer. But here we go. SEC. Field 1. Field 1, you got Alice Steelers versus OTE Panthers, Bulldogs and San Diego Vaqueros. Field 3, you're going to have Fremont Cowboys, Orange Grove Bulldogs, Oldham Night Owls, Heapinville Longhorns, Alice Steelers versus the Corpus Christi Suicide Squad, Val Furious versus Orange Grove, Oldham versus Heapinville on the 10U level. The team to watch out for, the team that I think is going to make a move, though.
Uh-oh.
Them Grizzlies out of Corpus Christi. Them Grizzlies out of Corpus Christi, man.
Okay.
They bringing something?
They play the Alice Horn Frogs, but that Corpus Christi Grizzlies, that at AU, that's going to be the one that I think is going to make a run to state. That's my early season pick. You got Mathis Pirates versus Three Rivers Bulldogs, Grizzlies again versus Cowboys on 6U, Oldham Owls versus Heatonville, Alice Steelers. And the Alice Steelers 10U, where is that at? Did I miss them?
Yeah, Alice
I saw
Steelers
Cookies
versus
10U.
Squad.
Cookies 10U, they like that.
But that's the 8U.
Wherever they 10U is, they like that. I got to see them play 2 weeks ago, and that Alice Steelers 10U is going to be something to be dealt with too. So, like I said, their full schedules will be up. That's your week 1 matchups right there.
It's good size down there too, man.
And here go the other. I got to get the other side. You got the Banketti Bulldogs versus Corpus Christi Tigers, OTE Panthers versus Alice Oilers, Kingsville versus Alice Steelers 10U. That's going to be the week 1 matchup. Mathis Prize versus Orange Grove on the 12U division. Fremont Cowboys versus Orange Grove on the 10U over there, and Mathis Prize versus Three Rivers Bulldogs. So those are some of your matchups coming through the SEC. I think OT, they're always in the mix. They're always one of the organizations. Alice Steelers down there, always one of the strong boys. With the Grizzlies coming in though, I think that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be one to shake some things up down there.
I'm gonna have to get down
especially
there,
especially the AU. Yeah, and we are gonna be doing games of the week. And one thing I meant to bring my boy in to talk about that. Oh yeah.
Somebody said RGV.
Where's he at? Hey, real quick, slide on in here, man. While we are talking about games of the week, we do have a announcement officially coming in. You know, he started doing things with us at the very beginning of What Your Heart Be Like, and always just out here. Kiva's been grinding and doing his thing, but now shoot, Kiva is the man when it comes to this streaming thing, man. And obviously, we want the best product. We want the best view. Everything. You know, everything for y'all to be able to look at. And we're bringing in What Your Heart Be Like. So what can they expect this year with Game of the Weeks, coverage, and all that stuff, man?
Hey man, first of all, appreciate that, man. You could have did better with the you know what I mean. I've been more influential.
I got you next time.
Yeah,
I got you next time.
Hey, you gotta learn how to bring him out. You gotta learn how to bring him out.
Yeah.
You really should have hired somebody to introduce you.
Everybody already know that.
He done needed. Let me get my energy back up. Now he done took the last.
Get what he wants. Say it real fast for him.
Coming to the stage.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Often imitated.
Never duplicate.
Everywhere. What you saying? You everywhere, everybody?
Hey man, I'm everywhere. Everybody. Hey man, What Your Heart Be Like. Hey, man, I had to play with Dana for a minute, but on the cool, man, it's been a privilege to unofficially be a part of Texas sports for the last 5 years. this will be actually the first time that we've ever contractually locked horns and got together on a partnership deal to goddamn me to do what I do best and to complement what they do best and give it to the country. Hey man, cause you know, when I say we everywhere, everybody ain't. I mean all across the globe.
Exactly.
And so the people that tune in to What Your Heartbeat Like may not necessarily be Texas sports fans at first, but the caliber of the teams that play, they ain't got no choice but to watch. They ain't got no choice but to tap in. And I'm really, really happy to finally lock horns with these dudes because I speak with a lot of them about a lot of different things. But now to actually do business and get busy, I'm very, very, very excited. Now where my clap, Jack?
Now here's the thing. Are you going to be in the other areas covering games? That's what everybody wants to know.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I can't wait to get to RGV, SEC.
That's what they want to know.
GCYFL.
Let's say that's why me and Corey work together.
I got you.
I'm gonna say GYF. Thank you, Corey.
GCYFL.
I'm very, very excited to get down there to see everybody's style and brand of football and to really highlight and put these kids on the type of level with the exposure that they really deserve. Because they've been down getting busy in all the other regions. Hey, man, we're going to take this good product on the road.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
And give it to everybody.
Can't say it.
And that's exactly what we want to do. I think we've kind of learned over the years where it needs to be now. And everybody is building. Each conference is getting better. There's a lot of good football in areas that aren't getting covered.
Yeah.
So I think that's the goal this year is to make sure everybody is getting coverage. Everybody's getting some time because we don't see the kids to the state.
Right.
These kids that we saw last year at state, we like, God, we ain't seen this kid all year.
How we miss him?
How do we miss him?
And look, with that being said, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Hey, I'm speaking to people in RGV, SEC, GCYFL, Prime Time, Denny. Hey, man, if you are interested in being on the media side, if you're interested in broadcasting,
There it is.
if you're interested in doing interviews, flying the drone, any aspect of youth media, period, journalism, we taking everybody in. Hey man, reach out to us. I'm gonna give Daniel got my information. We're gonna post it on the Texas Sports page, on the What Your Heartbeat Like page. Reach out, man, especially in those areas, so we can properly get these kids pushed after like everybody else.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want to make sure everybody. Eddie said he's trying to do media.
Right. Say that.
But that's what we wanted everybody to know, man. We just want to make sure everybody understands game of the weeks, different things like that. It's gonna be broadcast out Texas Sports. What Your Heartbeat Like is gonna be Kiva in here. Y'all gonna get to hear him call the games. I think he's the best in the game calling the games, man. It's not nobody in this youth sports game that call games better and actually knows the kids that he's talking about. There's a lot of people that are just talking and don't even know the people that they calling the games for. But let's go on and dip off into these other schedules, man. We went over SEC, we went over RGV. Let's get to DFW now. Let's get to DFW. So we do have something different. So week 1 with the Supreme side and a little mixture of the Alpha, we got zero week is what we kind of call it, is where you're going to come to one spot and it's going to be a mixture. So you're going to play some teams. It's not going to be an or versus or. You're just going to play. What's up, man? It's age group matchup versus the
Stogie brothers, right there.
He gonna come here and get it in. So I'm gonna go through the first little matchups right here. Space City, RCU coming down. Games are gonna be at UHL. And here's some of your. So we'll go with 6U tackle first. 6U tackle. It's gonna be Space City versus Havoc. You're gonna go up to 7U. You got TCU versus Space City. 8U Abilene. The boys out of Abilene versus Space City on 8U. Big matchup right here out the gate. Gorilla Mob versus Dallas Elite.
Hey,
on that 9U
that's
slide
gonna
right
be
there.
nice right there. That's
And
gonna
then
be
10U, you got Havoc versus Space City. Coming out the gate. You slide on over. RCU coming down. 6U, they go play Titans on tackle. Then you got 7U Ravens versus RCU.
Okay.
On 8U, you got Ravens versus RCU. On 9U, you got that Ravens versus RCU. 9U, 10U. Because remember, we are set up on the traditional Alpha side. On the 10U side, PCU versus RCU.
Out the gate?
Out the gate.
Ooh, okay.
Then the 11U matchup, TCU versus RCU.
Okay.
We're going to slide on over obviously said 6U tackle. You got Space City and Havoc playing that game. And then boys who just jumped in the mix, Fort Worth Longhorns.
Okay.
Fort Worth Longhorns. And Havoc. Southside, they're going to come in there on the A2 level and play Havoc. Longhorns, they're going to play Havoc on the 9U. 10U, it'll be Space City and Havoc. And then on the 11U division, Longhorns, Havoc.
Ooh,
That sounds like some heat to me.
okay.
You have over there at the Titans, you got Mob Elite versus the Titans on that 6-8.
We got some legendary coaches
on that 6-8-10 mix.
Yeah, we got
Right
some
there.
legendary coaches from both orgs gonna be facing off on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you're gonna see is when you'll see how your schedule's gonna break down. I'll be emailing out the schedule. You'll see how it breaks down individually with some of you single teams and different things. Your schedules are gonna be a little different, but you'll see how it breaks down. Now when we slide on over here to matchup for matchup, week one. Where am I at right here? Metroplex Flex, North Texas Bills.
Okay.
Metroplex Flex, North Texas Bills.
That's a good.
Cowboys United, Hallmark Eagles. Coming out the gate.
Shout out to Cowboys United. My boy Saran in here hanging out with us.
Already, good dude.
Hey, that 12U matchup,
You Cowboys United versus who?
Hallmark.
Oh yeah.
That's what we want to see coming out the
That's
gate.
a tone setter right there.
That is. Now Hallmark. Let's talk about real quick about Hallmark. Hallmark is put together.
They done
An
brought
all-star roster of
They
coaches.
done brought some
From
OGs.
top to bottom.
I'm gonna tell you, when I saw Dez
Yep,
Sunday,
See
they
all of them,
was all
all of them,
Katie.
all of them.
Yeah, Sid, Keedy, Chris.
Chris, if he keep coaching, Chris will fold it in on you. Hey, Chris, let me make it, baby. Love you. But
Chris
said he come back
is
to
hot right now.
Chris might watch him.
Chris says he back. He come back. He come
He
back
might
on the
well come
Sunday.
on.
Well, he need to be on media side. Come on, Chris.
But it's good to see them cats, man, put that together like
Yeah.
that. Like I like to see that. You know what I mean?
I know Chris, huh?
Yeah, boy, he about to get you.
I
He
think
about
that
to
could
get
be
you.
a player deal right there.
So, pretty much you got, like I said, Longhorns versus Havoc. Crimson Tide Elite versus Fort Worth Tigers.
Okay.
They're going to keep that matchup right there, that Fort Worth matchup. Mob Elite Titans, DFW Ravens, RCU. So, that's pretty much your week one matchups.
That's gonna be some heat week one, man.
So coming
the board.
coming out the gate, that's pretty much what you're looking like. It's gonna be a lot of good matchups coming out that gate, and then to get there, I missed one. North Texas Mustangs, Arlington Apaches. My bad.
Yeah, that's good.
And they got their little rivalry. They battle against each other every year.
I think the North Texas Mustangs have developed several rivalries after they got baptized. You know what I mean? I think they have several rivalries now.
I think
They starting to hit back.
things are wide open right now. I can't say it's a favorite on any age group.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gotta watch for a couple.
I think because how it flip flops with the ages and stuff like that. I think the Mustangs 12U gonna be one to look at this year.
Yeah.
I think North Texas Mustangs 12U definitely gonna be one to look at.
Are y'all daring to step out there and say that there are any preemptive favorites? Anybody?
Anywhere?
Yeah.
I think if we go down south, I think in 12U YCA is the automatic.
Shout out to my
I don't
boy
know if anybody's
Miami,
gonna mess with.
man.
I don't know if
Keep
anybody's
bringing
gonna
that heat.
mess
Yeah.
with that level.
I say six bully.
And 6U bullies down there. I think those are, but 6U
It's a
is kind
few
of loaded
good
down
6Us
there.
down
I say
there.
it's some good 6U down there though.
Yeah.
But I think those are the two favorite there. I'm still going Grizzlies and SEC out of 8U. I'm going Steelers on 10U. The other ones I don't
I like
know.
this.
The other ones I don't know who's coming out of those age groups. DFW, I think Flag just showed, like, we just watched the flagship this week.
Yeah.
You know, and it was
tight
wide
all the
open.
way. Yeah.
It's
When
wide open.
But see, I think also now you have that traditional flair to it. Like there's a lot of kids that would tend to dominate.
Mhm.
Do they fall the middle of the pack now, going up to 12,
they
or
gonna
do they
stand
stud up and handle their business?
We're gonna find out. What's been going over there in TCU land, Sam? On 12U, man. What's it looking like?
Oh.
Mr. Stewart said,
Mr.
same as
Stewart.
last year. Ain't nothing changing.
So, Mr. Stewart, I got a question. Y'all going 4 for 4 again? You know, that was his story.
Well,
Back to back. Call it 8-8.
I don't think y'all ever do that again. I don't think, and I'm.
Stars are lining
I
up
don't
just
think TC. I don't think TCU.
He say the
top four.
stars are lining up
I think
just
I think
right.
it's too much.
Season 8.
It's too much in there this year. I think the 8U from TCU definitely is gonna have a shot to make some moves. I'm looking at
Alex doing it like that?
we gonna see. I
Okay.
think they got some chance to make some moves, but I want to see what Hallmark got on 8U.
Yeah.
I hear how that's their squad from what I hear.
And then you slide, and then I want to see what Abilene got on. I haven't got to watch. I want to see what they got. Ravens gonna be sitting over there. Had a good young squad last year. That's gonna be heavy 8 this year. I want to see what they're gonna look like. When you
Even one of my little sleepers on AU, believe it or not, is Apache.
I knew you about to say him.
Man, Chapo, say what you want about him, but he don't run from nothing, and he don't want a lot over here.
To my Will?
Yeah,
No
he
doubt
don't
about
want
it.
a
That's
lot,
my
so
Yeah.
he
That's
confident
my guy.
about his team.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Oh yeah, they come in with big curves regardless. It don't matter who they playing.
Now you talk about some of the other agents. I think in 6U tackle, Havoc is the parental favorite to me. When you talk about a favorite, I think 6U tackle, Havoc's going to be that. Even when you go, I mean, 7 is going to be a mix. I think still between them and SB. 9U just got interesting. Titans just had them a great showing this past
They sure
weekend.
did.
So that just got interesting. But to me, Gorilla Mob still is. They still are the best team in Texas until somebody says they ain't.
Right.
I know RCU put some stuff together with little BJ Park over there, and some of the things that they put together with RCU now. But I still think Gorilla Mob is the one to beat. And then when you go 11, you have it until somebody knocks that off.
I think the Titans style benefits them when you're talking about November.
True.
So
yeah,
I think
they run
sometimes,
it.
they physical, they powerful, and not taking nothing away from anybody else, but they carry the attitude of the head coach. You know what I mean? So shout out to TJ, man. He definitely been working Eddie with that squad. So and I'm a Pepe fan as well.
No,
Basketball
Pepe.
and football. That's
Shout
one
out to my
of
boy
my
Pepe.
favorite players right there.
Yes.
So, but there's a lot of talent, man. It's definitely gonna be exciting for sure.
10U. I mean, you go to Springside, man. Until somebody beats the Party Boys, it is what it is.
Yeah.
that team is a
Angel.
That's a whole other thing. But then when you go Alpha side, 10U across the board. I mean, I think, and then you got True Buzz sitting up there.
Mm-hmm.
We go see what I know they putting some together. Putting something together up there. Then you got in the 10U division here, it's several.
Yeah.
But when you go Mob Elite,
Yeah.
you got Chain Gang
Yeah.
sitting over there now. We're gonna get to learn. I haven't got to see Southside play.
Right.
And what they
Right.
got over. I've heard something about the 10 over there.
Right.
I still think I think T and them trying to put something together over there.
Yeah.
With they 10U
Yeah.
sitting over there, and then of course TCU with what Chris has.
Well,
The 9s that move up, the 8s that moved up as 9,
Yeah.
and probably some of the best 9-year-olds in the city.
Well, when I get to that 10U division period, no matter where it is, spring, alpha, it doesn't matter. I think that's where the coaching
Really kicks in.
kicks in, man.
That's that age group.
That's that age group where, you heavily scouted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And these coaches that are unable to adjust correctly, they kind of fall by the wayside. I mean, because these coaches are coaching. They're not even coaching against the other coach. They're coaching against kids on the field because they are able to figure it out, where the other weaknesses are.
And you gotta be able.
talking coaches during Chris.
Oh, I already know.
12U.
Chris is one of my favorite coaches.
Or again on AU.
Yeah.
Chris, I say all the time,
Gotta talk about
is one of the most underrated. But he's
I don't know how though.
I don't know how it happens.
it. Gotta
Chris
give
is
it
you gotta give him his props. I love how he operates.
But guess what you gonna get to see this year? Chris versus Roy.
You know,
That's
gonna-
something everybody
gonna
wants
be-
to see for a while.
Yes, that's gonna be really
That's something
good.
people want to see for a while.
Right.
And the
Right.
game matters.
In the game,
Yeah,
matters.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
It's gonna be certain matchups that you're gonna see. Metroplex Flex, we've been trying to have them over here for years.
Yeah.
You about to get to see some of that
Yeah.
action over there. That 12U, that 10U, those things they got. It's
Yeah.
about to be.
And if
some
they don't have
competitive
nothing,
games.
they're gonna have side.
I'm gonna call out. I'm gonna run down the line real quick with the schedule too. Like I say, RGV, your schedule is online. So you're able to go in there and look at it. SEC, yours will be up. DFW, give it a day or two before y'all's all the way up. But I'm about to call out one schedule real quick because everybody just talk about it. Ain't nothing winky dinks and all this other stuff. I'm gonna say y'all right here. I'm gonna give the Cowboys, Longhorns, and
So
TCU.
if you in the building,
I'm gonna give you your full schedule real fast before I text to you.
If your team is in the building, you're gonna get your schedule
This is
right
TCU's. They're gonna come out with
Who you
the
going first?
TCU.
They're gonna have the RCU space matchup first. Hallmark, Cowboys United, Have
now.
Metroplex Flex,
Wee.
Fort Worth Longhorns,
Hold on.
all the Apaches,
Say,
and they close it out with Mob Elite.
that's some hard hit.
Hey, no.
That's some hard hit right
So-
there, man.
When you talk about a scale, you talk about all this and that. Nah, traditional ain't did that. Hey, it ain't killed
We
nothing.
got better.
It ain't killed
We
nothing.
got better. We got
That's what
better.
You got matchups that probably wouldn't have happened if it wasn't traditional.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That are actually happening
Exactly.
right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down the line real quick. Let me go.
Hey, but out of all of them, we pretty much the only one that's been traditional, so we already got the structure.
Oh. No.
Ain't a lot of them.
Not what I just called out.
Longhorns wasn't chain gang one. They gonna
Yes,
get
sir.
Tell him, Kev. Tell him, Kev. Tell him, Kev. Kev. Y'all look, Kev.
Yeah, come here.
Hey, Kev, let's go.
That's what's up in the cigar lounge right now.
I'm sorry, y'all. Here we go. Cowboys United.
Kicking all the 9-year-olds ass.
Uh-oh.
That's what's up in the cigar lounge.
Cowboys
We
United.
only won H Spirit 1 year in 16 years.
That's it.
1 year.
1 year.
He
He right. That was 2019.
We always been traditional.
Cowboys United. Hallmark. Crimson Tide Elite. TCU. DFW Ravens. North Texas Mustangs. North Texas Bills. Oak Cliff Titans. Metroplex Flex. They close it out.
Oh, that's a good schedule, man.
Who's schedule? That's our schedule.
Now that was
That was
Cowboys United.
Cowboys United.
I'm gonna give it to you, Kev, real quick. Since y'all here, I'm gonna give it to you. Y'all get it early before everybody else. Longhorns. Y'all come out pretty much against Heavy. Fort Worth Tigers. Hold on, let me get it. Arlington Apaches. Crimson Tide Elite. Hallmark. TCU. Metroplex Flex. Close it out with Dallas Elite.
Oh, that's good.
Now you don't think that chain game versus Dallas Elite game ain't gonna
That's
be what that's
gonna
supposed to be?
That's
I'm just gonna call that out right there. You don't think that's gonna be what it's supposed to be?
Man.
and it's gonna be for something.
And right before the playoffs.
They're gonna be trying. Yeah, they're gonna be trying to figure out.
But
We
they
might be
show
for some
up.
seeds
Hey,
or something.
Yeah. Same.
We rocking.
Say, man, I like to
Hey,
see.
Chris.
Hey,
Chris,
I stand on that.
Man, I'm excited about this.
Yes.
It's a
Hey.
good matchup.
Like I say, presidents, I'll be sending everybody this. You'll be getting your schedule tonight. You'll see your home and aways. I just wanted to get those out real quick because they are in the building right now and understand it. But when you listen to those matchups right there, boom, it's something. You got something that you go get in. You getting into almost every week, and that's what we definitely want to happen. We want the action to be like that, man. What I need to move on to, Jazz, because I know I don't want to get to rambling and going through
It's
this
gonna be
thing.
pretty tough to scout some of these teams. They're gonna be traveling around all around the DFW, trying to get to see each other.
Yeah, and then when you go down, like I said, you talk about RGV, the matchups that they have now, like it's not. I think last year YCA RGV kind of had that top heavy on thing on there.
Yeah.
It's not like that no more.
It's a little bit
Right.
more.
It's a lot more balanced. It's not a 4-for-4.
That's
Yeah.
good.
You know, it's not a 4-for-4 no more. I think it's gonna be some teams that are really battle tested, really, and they're gonna do their thing. So, Jazz, top five plays of last year. That's one of the contests that we ran. We want to go over that real quick. What are the top 5 plays we got right now, Jazz?
Yes, so first, thank you to all the parents who participated. So these are by votes only. This is not a league choice. This is something social media, so the most votes won. So the first play that we have is going to be from Isaiah Mayberry to Braylon Cunningham for TCU 12U last year. And they had 12 votes, so we'll take a look at that.
My favorite player ever in Texas sport.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
almost my favorite player. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna listen to that. I ain't got nobody to bet with.
Jazz, you there?
Is it run? Oh, she running it right now.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that was for the touchdown to win it.
Yes, it
Oh
was.
yeah.
No doubt
I was
about
right
it. We
there in
was
the end
all
zone.
there.
We was sitting in the end zone on that one.
Yeah,
Big time play right there.
big time.
So clap it up for them. They got 26 votes.
All right.
All right. So next we have Jaden with the Junior Falcons. He had
First
29
number.
votes. All right, let's see.
Jaden Estrella.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just having a problem with that one. But then also, so we have, let's see.
Shout
who
out to
else
Reyes
now.
for the.
Yes. So with 44 votes, we had Winston Williams with a 5-yard tackle for a loss. That's TCU 10U. With 55 votes, we had Matt 8U, not sure what team. And then the winner with 93 votes is going to be Michael Williams, aka Bub, with the Calhoun Crabs 6U.
Hey,
93.
In the
say,
championship, he got that many
Sand
votes?
Crab.
Yeah.
Hey, when I talk about I got a fan base, we got to understand.
Yeah, we
Talk about
did,
got a fan base.
Yeah, they coming.
Calhoun comes, the city comes.
Small town vibe. I love
True
it.
small town football.
Yeah.
Support them kids, loud. Man, that was so dope to play last night. Yeah. Big
Let's
shout out to
let's
Calhoun.
check it out. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah. Man, don't it look good when we in that half of doom. Whatever what you call it? You call it the big half?
The big house.
Yeah, when we go to the big half.
Big stage.
Yep. So, yep, a big thank you to all the parents that participated in that.
That's everybody. That's all them. And then we also had players to look out for.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
And
this
y'all
is,
put in the comments who y'all think are the players to look out for this upcoming season. You know, hey, who's on the watch list? Who does Coach Herb need to interview?
Yeah,
That's the type of stuff I need to know.
exactly. We need to
Who
know
I
who
need
to
to
look
look
out for
Yeah.
when we go to these games. So we're going to be in all the conferences. We're going to be everywhere. Game of the weeks and all that. So we want to know who to look out for. Pop those kids on here. Tag us with the IG so we can make sure we're following them, posting them, reposting them, and stuff like that. So make sure you drop that on there for us too.
yep. So, the first on the list, clap it up, is going to be JoJo, number 14, 6U with the Calhoun. He had 57 votes. So, he had 57 people vote for
JoJo.
him.
Crazy.
Yeah, y'all go ahead and clap it up for him. That's a lot of support. 57 votes. And then next with 62 votes, we have Michael. He was just on the highlights list. So Michael is also on this list. AU Calhoun. He's a running back and a safety. He had 62 votes. Next on the list with 84 votes, we have Jose Blanco with 84 votes. Y'all go ahead and clap it up for him as well. And with 93 votes, we have Mr. LaRon Lewis. I think when I first started covering him, I want to say he was with OT, but it looks like that he may be with a different team now, if I'm not mistaken. And so that's LaRon. He's with the 8U OTF Grizzlies, and he had 93 votes. And then next on the list, we have Mr. Cameron Cash Grant with the Gobblers 6U. He's a quarterback. And then drum roll, with 102 votes, we have Trayson Butler, also with Calhoun, ranking in 102 votes. So those will be our week 1 watch out list players.
All right, we got players of the week, plays of last year. We went over the schedule. We kind of dumped a little bit on everything, man. What's y'all's outlook for this year? Let's close this thing out.
Man, I'm looking forward to an exciting season. You know, embarking upon a little bit more responsibility. I'll be out to a few more fields than what I normally would be. I'm looking forward to really being able to put my hands out there to the kids and really give them a spotlight and a stage. You know, talk to us. You know what I'm saying? Tell us what they're thinking about the league. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, I feel like we got the best thing in smoke. You know what I'm saying? So let's give these kids an opportunity to present themselves. Teach them how to conduct an interview. You know what I'm saying? That matters to me. So that's what I want to get out there and do. That I want that to be a part of my community liaison type thing. You know what I'm saying? Assisting these kids with being able to interview, so that when they do make it big time, make it up to the collegiate, high school, whatever level, they're good at it. Man, this season, this is something different for us. You know what I mean? Than in the past few years, obviously. But man, really just listening to some of their schedule, like you really getting what you want. You know what I mean? I feel like it's some real good matchups. It's a lot of different styles. You got, speed. You got power, offenses. So, I always like to look at certain players and can coaches scheme to be able to take your best player away. Because I believe just about everybody got a killer there. He'll take over a game if you can't figure out how to neutralize him. So, coaches, hopefully y'all in the lab, man. It's in a lot of preseason games. We're handling the business of it right now with all this certified and stuff, but I'm ready to see some football. But I just think this is an exciting season, man, and it's going to be interesting. Even with some of the high-level teams playing a traditional, you know what I mean? I think that's, for some of their goals, is going to help them.
It is.
You know what I mean?
You're right. For the high level teams, this does get you prepared.
Yeah.
For because most odds are either trying to go back.
Right.
And I think that gives you a couple games outside of your regular. I'm gonna use 9U for example.
Right.
Outside of your regular 9U, it gives you something extra.
Right.
To work against during the season, because typically if you're based off the cutoff, you are playing kids that are older than you.
Right.
When you go down there and play, so I think like a Gorilla Mob, Dallas Lee, all these different ones. This is going to prepare them for that ultimate fight at the end. Someone already went preseason and did well.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to help them out versus just coming through here. I'm going to use Pete. Hot Boys have been running through things for a while. I think they get tested this year.
Absolutely.
More than they've ever been tested.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's definitely going to benefit them, even from Gorilla Mob standpoint. They've been running through things for a while, and I think this gives them some of those tests right there. Yeah.
I mean, me personally, man, shout out to all of the orgs that wanted to compete. You know what I mean? If I had $1 for every time I heard an org say, man, we just feel like we're not ready, you know what I mean, to compete. Man, listen, at the end of the day, it's only going to be one team winning on every level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm excited because there's a lot of talent. You know what I mean? There's a lot of size.
Yeah.
We're looking at that certification like, man, it's unreal. So, man, shout out to everybody that's willing to jump off in that fire, man, and take your shot at it,
Yep, we got a lot of things that we're introducing. Like I say, you're going to have the, obviously, All-Star this year. We're still going to be doing that. We're going to get more depth in that. We're bringing in the awards banquet this year, the awards ceremony this year. A true awards banquet and ceremony that's going to recognize all the kids across the conferences on All-Star Weekend. So that's something that will be new this year that we're bringing in. The awards, we're going to have the awards we've done, and then we're adding in other awards for this year. So and we'll definitely laying those things out early, going through the process on those things. So it's a lot of different things that we're introducing along with all the media coverage and different things that we're going to be doing. So we can't wait, man. Shout out to everybody who's competing. I know it's been a lot of everything in this off season, but we're here now. We 2 conferences start this week. Everybody else starts the following week, and then that back week. I know Denton Prime Time and Denton. I see y'all on here asking. Y'all start September 7th, so we'll go over y'all schedules next week. They're still outlining the back end of things. We're going to be doing some crossing with Prime Time and Mesquite. So we're doing some back end addressing other schedules on that. So, but y'all still got a longer time than everybody else, 2 more weeks. So you'll have your schedules out next week. But I think that's kind of all I got, man, for this show, man.
Hey, you know what? It's gonna be some coaches get some new people on they. They're gonna get some new chinks on their belt.
Yeah.
Just trust and believe it's a gauntlet. It's not like what you think. So be ready.
I see T asked real quick about 0 way. You don't even Bills, y'all got y'all opponent. Y'all know who y'all play. It's really for anybody playing the Supreme teams. All it is bringing everybody to one field. That when you hear us say zero, it's just bringing those teams that are playing Space City, RCU, and Havoc. They all come to one field to play. That's really all it means. It means it's not the home and away, the typical org versus org matchup. Everybody who's playing them is going to be at one field, and they'll be playing those games over there at UHL on opening weekend. That's all that really means. Other than that, it doesn't change anything. Teams like the Bandits, Ferris Hornets, all you single teams, y'all will be getting y'all individual schedule because some of y'all are tagging along with different orgs each week because you only have one single team. So your schedule will vary. That's why we didn't put it out as just a one team thing for y'all guys. So those things will be individually sent to you. Anything else, man? Y'all good? We out.
Practice all to go up a notch tomorrow, man. We here. Like it's go time now. I'm excited. I'm ready to coach.
Nah, it's time, man. Hey,
it's go time.
Yeah, all the preseasons are done. Shout out to everybody who hosted those preseason events. You have a lot of stuff going on, man, and a lot of matchups. One thing I do got real quick before we go. Why are our teams the only one who play each other in preseason?
I don't know.
Every other, hey, when we hosting the different little things, everybody specifically says, I don't want to play.
Right.
But our teams do it all. I don't know why y'all do this.
It's I'm playing this weekend.
I mean, but it's a testament to the fact that nobody else is gonna give you the work.
Nobody really wants to play.
So
Is that why
I mean, I'm telling you that's what it is. I mean, I've been all the way from rec all the way. I've seen it all the way through, so I'm familiar with these coaches duck, these teams duck. So
well, they've been putting on. Somebody put on Facebook the other day, didn't they? They've been beating Texas sports teams in the preseason. They've been getting. I don't know.
Won't they jump on in here?
Yeah,
that's all I can say. Won't they jump on in here?
So they don't want to be a pizza party.
Hey, D. Will just said it. Hey, D. Will just said it.
Man, shout out to D. Will.
And guess
you know what? Let's do a pizza party for RGB real quick. Hold on.
Let's do a pizza party
because they got a matchup this week.
Okay.
Let's go 10U.
Okay.
10U Bullies versus Williston County Gators. That's a pizza party game, real quick.
Oh, Gators.
I'm gonna take the Gators.
And I'm going Gators too.
So what is there? The pizza party.
Hey, that was on the fly. So Bullies, if y'all beat the Gators 10U this week, we're gonna make sure you got a pizza party next week.
And we will be back to our regularly picking the games.
Yeah,
next week. I start, Dana, he like to bring that janky. But it's okay. We're going to pick them anyway. And guess what? We're going to have some pizza parties and we're going to have some winning and some losing.
And we're going to come up with a friendly something amongst ourselves because I carried the crown and I need y'all to know that.
What, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, you carried the crown.
I'm going to do it again.
But I tell you what, let's do this. Let's have a guest picker each week too.
I like that.
Hey, inbox. If you want
to be a guest picker,
we'll make sure we get you in.
Yes. We'll lock your picks in too.
No, we ain't say that, Alex. Well, Alex, you messing. I ain't even gonna say it. We said the Bullies. We did not say.
I don't even want to know what he said.
All right, man. But hey, that's it, man. We thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, big shout out to Pendulum Cigars too, man. Y'all go follow them. We tagged them on our Instagram. Pendulum Cigar Lounge, man. They in Fort Worth. They got a beautiful establishment. It's a cool spot to come kick it, have a good drink, catch a cigar if you're a smoker like that. Always good vibes in here. But make sure y'all come in. This is what we'll start trying to do, our coaches mixes and different things here too. But make sure y'all go check them out. But that's all I got, man. We out.
For the adults, because the kids may watch this because we are on YouTube tonight. So disclaimer.
Oh, well, now they should be asleep. It's school time.
Okay.
But we out. We'll see y'all next week. Thank y'all for tuning in.
1 or 2 o'clock. She's at the 6.